My name's Elaine Epstein. I'm the director-producer of Arrest the Midwife, a documentary film about the arrest of 3 midwives serving the Amish and Mennonite communities in upstate New York.
Welcome. Can you talk the excitement and importance of bringing this film here to show to a vast audience that is learning about something they had nothing to know about?
Yeah, I mean, it's really surprising how audiences have no idea that this is happening in New York. And it's not only happening in New York, it's really happening across the US, is that midwives are not being integrated into the healthcare system as much as they should be. Um, and women are not allowed to have the choices, that they should have. And as we can see, there's been a rollback in reproductive rights. And so I think forms a piece of that bigger part of the story.
And there's in the film there was someone selling their home to pay attorney fees. For you, there's got to be the sacrifice in making the film for yourself. Can you talk about everyone sharing a shared sacrifice, but feeling responsible to get this story out?
Yeah, I mean, for sure. Like Liz lost her home. If I told you what the cost to the midwives, like it's hundreds of thousands of dollars. It destroyed their lives. A lot of financially for sure. In terms of my own, I mean, I don't, I didn't have the sacrifice they had, but I did. When my son was born, I went up there to film. I was waiting for a baby to be born, so I met, like, literally my son was 2 weeks old, and I sat up in the Finger Lakes for 2 weeks waiting for a baby to be born. And then the woman was like, I don't want to be filmed anymore. I was like, okay, and went back home. So I literally, yes. But nothing to what these
Right.
women sacrifice, and they really are the heroes of the story.
And it seems there's always a challenge or something that like it was okay and then they put on these obstacles for people when if it's not broke don't fix it. Why do you think there's people getting involved somewhere where maybe they really shouldn't?
Because somebody has to get blamed, and it's always the midwife, right? And it happens across the country. It always, that story always gets sensationalized. Something goes wrong in a birth, a baby dies, and sometimes, unfortunately, that does happen. Like, it's no guarantee that
Right.
all babies are going to survive birth, and but if it happens in the hospital, you don't hear about it. But if it happens at home, it suddenly becomes this big sensational story. And it's not like we don't have negligent care in the hospital. We have horrible maternal mortality rates, and those statistics are not coming from the midwives, they're coming from the hospital system.
And for yourself, what has been the biggest takeaway for this? Like because things haven't been fixed, but what have you taken away from this and learned for yourself?
I think definitely the biggest thing I've taken away from this is watching these women um, get engaged in politics, realizing that even if we feel powerless to do nothing, we do have power. And if they can do it, if the Mennonite woman can do it, then there's no excuses for anyone else to not, you know, make change as well, especially in today's
Yes,
times.
correct. Thank you so much.